Just like to congratulate the Jets. They did a heck of a job. They did a heck of a job, and it's a real credit to Adam Gase, the Jets coaches, and their players. I'll be happy to answer any questions I can. Well, obviously, that was a big part of it. I'm not going to use that as an excuse. They don't call games off in this league. There's not a dome here where they can put it over the field. We drop passes. Hell, we dropped 4 center quarterback exchanges in the second half. We missed tackles. We missed field goals. We missed an opportunity to show our fans that came out today what kind of football team we are. Really disappointed in it. I take credit for all the things that went wrong. I'm not going to say we're flat. We had a beautiful opening drive. We go down the field. We mishandle the ball. We make a field goal. We're hanging around. We have another key drop that might score on the next possession. Next possession, we miss a field goal. Credit the Jets, man. I mean, they're part of the story today. It's not all how poorly we played, although we didn't play very good. Oh, we got a lot of new faces back there playing, obviously. LaMarcus didn't play. We got a couple new safeties. We got some changes at linebacker, and they did a nice job protecting Darnold, and he bought time at times. We did not play good enough in any phase of the game to win today. The weather was poor, but it was poor for them as well.
Is this the prime example of the old any given Sunday, something like that can happen?
Yeah, I mean, it's the NFL. It's the NFL. They got good players and really good coaches, and they're playing for their life too. They're not out of this thing. You got to give them some credit. But you're right. If you're not on your game, especially us, if you're not on your game, you're in for trouble.
Is there a teaching opportunity there?
I hope so. I hope the players listened. After the game, we've got a tight group of players. We got some very good veterans. We're 6-5. We got a Thanksgiving week. It's a long trip out here to New Jersey. We got a long trip back to California. We got a long trip next week, and we're going to be ready to play, and hopefully we can play a lot better.
You might have only had a few weeks to watch their new corners in the lab in Austin. Is their ability to tackle surprise you?
No, it's not a surprise at all. That's why they're in there. That's why they're in green. I think the big thing they do is they do a great job with Adams and their disguise package, and they got a good nucleus of players. They're a lot better than people think on defense, let me tell you.
Is it a difficult decision to pull Derek Carr?
That's always hard. He didn't want to come out, and I don't want to take him out, but doing what I think is right. And I'm sure I'll be second guessed for that, but I think I'm doing what's right for our football team.
It's almost good who you get next to get them right back into it of where it is and who you're playing.
We're not the 85 Bears. We're a developing football team. We're developing our roster. We're making strides. Today was a setback. We're gonna give our preparation every ounce of diligence that we can. We know what we're up against in Arrowhead. They're coming off a bye week, so it's not going to be easy.
You guys struggled against the Vikings, but obviously rebounded well. Do you have confidence in you guys to change here?
Yeah, I like our team. I'm going to go see what injuries we had today. Hopefully we can get Joyner back next week. He's a difference maker for us, and I'm not going to make any predictions. We get what we deserve, and we'll do everything we can to get our guys ready to play.
Hard, John, to say there's a turning point in the game that ends up 34-3, but that roughing the passer on Mullers, is that really a point in the game?
Well, it's just, what happens is you drop a couple passes, you miss a field goal, and then that happens. And it is a sinking feeling. You ever been on a boat that's sinking? It's not happy. It's not pleasant. But it's adversity. It's football. You got to respond to adversity. And we didn't do a good enough job as coaches rallying our troops today. And like I said, I'm not going to say much more. I'm emotional about it. I'm really anxious to get on to the next game, and apologize to Raider fans that came out today. It wasn't good enough. I'm not going to say much about it until I talk to all parties included, the holder, the snapper. I'll talk to our guys. I believe in Carlson. It's a tough place to kick. You've never kicked here. I don't know that he has. I've seen a lot of kickers struggle in this place. All right? See you guys.
All right.
I hope so. We got our butts kicked, and there's no other way around that. They got after us, from start to finish, and hopefully it's an eye opener. You know what I mean? Hopefully we take it and we learn from it, kind of like earlier in the season against the Vikings, right? Got our face kicked in a little bit, and you try and look forward and be like, hopefully it wakes everybody up.
It wasn't just one thing. It's like pretty much everything was going wrong.
Oh yeah, it was top to bottom, all phases. We give praise to the Jets. They showed up better than we did. It's unacceptable. It's my fault. I take full responsibility.
Given how well the team has played lately, though, Derek, is it surprising to you, or is it just kind of one of those things where this team is still young and, as John said, still under construction?
Yeah, I mean, for the team aspect, I let Coach, hit on where we're at. You know what I mean? I always fully expect for us to win and to, come out and play well. But there's some facts and, there's some truths, that I'll let Coach talk about, right? But in my 6th year, I'm 28 years old with 3 kids. I want to win now. You know what I mean? They're going to be growing up soon and want me to come home, right? And I'd rather win while they're still in school and young.
When things aren't necessarily going your way, is there a little bit of not a sinking feeling, but you can kind of sense where maybe things are teetering a little bit? What does that happen?
You look in some people's eyes, see if, some people react differently to getting, punched in the mouth, right? Sadly enough, I've been on some teams where we've gotten our fair share of, getting punched in the mouth, right? But what, as frustrating as it is, let's be honest. These 6 games that we won, no one thought we could do that with, who we had, right? We're still good at football. We're still a good football team, but we're also is what it is. We're still building that foundation, and hopefully today is one of those moments that wakes everybody up and we rally back together like we have this season and we keep playing.
Does you mentioned it, it's been mentioned before to Gruden, the Minnesota game give you an example now to immediately go back to how you answered that game on the win? That has to be, I guess, a rally card this week going against it.
Yeah, because it's similar, right? The way you go out there, you fully expect, like, oh, we love the plan. You feel good about it, and you get punched in the mouth. The same thing happened today. You feel good about it. You're excited. You're ready to go. And it's the NFL, man. People don't really realize, the margin of error. The little detail here and there that has to go right, or this happens, right? And you definitely go back and. I can only speak for myself. You hone in on all the details. You don't want to miss one thing that Coach says, or one thing in a meeting, one thing on the practice field. You can't miss anything. You know what I mean? And so, hopefully, our guys will do the same, and I'm pretty sure that they will.
You had that play early in the second quarter. Hunter gets popped on that 3rd down. Come away with no points. Did that have the feel of, you don't get any points there, that sinking feeling there? It looked like some of the air was.
Not for me. We had a good look at it. The guy, it's a bang-bang play, especially against that coverage, just where we're trying to get the ball right there, right for the 1st down, and had a bang-bang play. When it comes to, getting points or missing kicks and all that, that's not has nothing to do with me. Daniel is a great kicker, and he's been doing a great job for us for a long time now. I'm not worried about him. And so it wasn't like oh, man, it's like, oh, man, our guy missed one, we'll get him back down there, kind of a feeling. It's never a hopeless feeling, Every time I touch the football, I don't feel hopeless, I promise you that.
Is the fact that it's the Chiefs coming up, no secrets, no having to figure out who they are, and that maybe help a little bit? They've got your attention, and there's no question about it.
Well, yeah, and we better show up or they're going to beat us by 50, They're a really good football team, one of the best in the NFL. So hopefully our guys, myself included, when we show up to Arrowhead, a week from now, we're ready to go, and I believe that we will be.
Derek, you talked about looking at guys' eyes after getting punched in the mouth. What did you see in that locker room after today?
A group of guys that no one was hanging their head. I'll just say it was different than times past, I've been around some guys where stuff like that would happen, and kind of miserable to be around some people for reasons that aren't good, right? And that wasn't the case this time. This is really, if we're being honest, the first time this group of guys has dealt with something like that, right? And we all know how quickly these things change in the NFL, right? We were just on a how many game win streak, home stand, all these kind of things. You come out and you get your butt kicked. I hate to say it, but it's not going to be the last time, right? That you come out and you physically just get beat up, right? And I mean that for the course of football, right? Teams all over the place are going to show up and they're going to get punched in the mouth. It happens. This game. But as long as you trust your process, you trust, the plan that the coaches are putting together, like these guys do, we're going to bounce back. We're going to be just fine. We're going to be just fine.
Derek, sorry if you addressed this before, but has it ever happened before you? Have you ever been pulled from a game?
I mean, it was for other reasons than you're trying to make it seem.
All set?
Thank you.
Appreciate it.